Hey guys, welcome back. Yeah, it happened. I got scammed, or I guess they attempted to scam me. It's probably not a good idea, but we have an ongoing investigation now, and you might even say they definitely sold these to the wrong person. I mean, it's a matter of time before they do that. It's a matter of time before they get caught. This might be it. I can guarantee there will be a follow-up to this video, so absolutely stay tuned to that. For that. If you haven't watched it, I live streamed opening 2 boxes of each Japanese Scarlett and Violet EX. I'll put the link up here, link above on screen, and also put it down below in the description if you want to watch that opening. It sucks. It really sucks that people can be this terrible, and that the SRs were removed from the Scarlett boxes. The 2 Violet boxes came from a different seller. Those were legitimate, so they make pretty good examples for what to look for, what a legitimate box feels and looks like, since this is my first time with the rippy dippies, pull tabs. So stick with me here as I'll run through all the details and I'll show you what to look for yourself. I will say that I'm glad these boxes came to me instead of someone else, though I assume many others have been ripped off by them at this point. I emailed, but haven't heard back from the shop yet. And I normally would have held off on this video, but I've already had someone reach out to me saying and showing me evidence that the SilverRayStore, who is the culprit here, pulled the same stunt previously at an earlier time with VMAX Climax. So with the same signs, the same symptoms of the fake boxes. So they're doing this. They're definitely doing this to everyone. So yes, I was overconfident that a shop like this wouldn't be resealing product, and you would think that this level of fraud wouldn't be something that they would have to do. And you would think that the double MSRP price tag would be enough for them if they're getting these directly from a distributor, but apparently not. People are greedy. So it's time to put them in their place by filing a handful of fraud reports, which are seemingly pretty easy to do with companies in Japan. Probably pretty frowned upon to be doing something like this. And I'd like to ask you guys, please share this. And if anyone has purchased from them in the past and or had issues, please reach out to me and I'll provide instructions on how you can do the same. The Discord DM is the preferred method, but you can also send me a message on Instagram or Twitter. I just check those less often than Discord. It's a little bit easier with photos and communications through Discord DMs. So if you can do it, get on there. But yeah, let's take a look at the red flags and how we know for sure these were resealed. I'm going to show you all the things to look out for. Oh, another point here. I guess it's about time we open up a Discord channel where you guys can share your feedback. If you purchase anything from Japan, if you haven't used Bai before, I suggest doing so. It's a good method. It doesn't make you immune to scamerinos. If you purchase from certain platforms, it's hard to get any repercussions. But we're going to start a little Discord channel, and in there we can share bad and good sellers. We'll give them some points from that, and just Japanese sellers. We're not gonna put Johnny Fingerbutt from Whatnot on there because he's probably getting it from different spots. We'll go ahead and anyone from, I guess, Amazon Japan and Yahoo Japan, etc. Any of those shops. If you'd like to leave some feedback in there about shops, good, bad experiences, then that would be appreciated and make it a little bit easier, because it seems like this is actually something that's going to be hard to navigate. So, red flag number 1, the free gifts. Yes, sometimes there might be good intentions behind it, but this time, definitely not. Like, you're going to send me resealed crap and then include free stuff. So I wasn't, but should have been suspicious about the free stuff and the note saying to contact them if there's any issues. That's a pretty common tactic with, I guess, any scammers in general. They don't want you to, we've seen it with Arjun, they don't want you to contact the actual platform that you purchased from. I've already done so. And hopefully there's repercussions for them on there as well. But law enforcement's going to be the option here. But guess this is fraud. This is straight fraud. Congratulations. Enjoy your date, your hot date with law enforcement. So we have, dear customer, thank you for purchasing from our store. And I was pretty excited. I was like, these are some nice jumbos. Thanks very much for sending those and including them with the boxes. You can see in the in the live, I'm actually like, this is a great seller. It's a small thing, but I gave you a bonus. We have a large selection of Pokemon cards. If you have another chance, please do not hesitate to contact us. Store address. So we get the store address there, and then we got an email address. They accidentally put the wrong email address, SilverRayStore 782 at, well, it's also Gmail spelled wrong, but the store is not part of their email address. I found their actual email address, and they messed up on their little note here. So, of course, they want us to reach out to them if there's issues. If you realize that they're scamming you, make sure you contact them about it, and not them and the platforms and the government. Because, you know, they don't want you to contact law enforcement. And normally, yes, I would give them the benefit of the doubt, and I even said that in the video. But as soon as I hear that you've been doing this, you've been selling this stuff for previous sets with the VMAX Climax stuff, and I'm sure many other people after this video will reach out, I'm calling you on your BS, and you can deal with the fraud officials. So there. All right, the free gifted jumbos. All right, these would have included packs of V-Star Universe, which they are likely also weighing and selling off the duds to customers in like lots of 5 or whatever they're doing. They are doing that on their actual Yahoo store. So that's probably where those are coming from. You really got to double dip like that. You got to rip people off. Absolutely unacceptable. I always tell people, purchase Japanese cards by the box, since they can be easily weighed. So you shouldn't be buying singles regardless, even if it's not the actual shop owner, if it's someone that works there, etc. It only takes one dishonest person to take out all the hits, all the chase cards, all the chase packs. Didn't help in this case, obviously, with the reseal, but yeah, the red flag that I didn't think of, or that I didn't think of checking, was the fact that they also sell loose packs. That's a big no-no. Unless it's some kind of shop that you really trust and you're in person, you probably don't want to be doing that. Just, you got to buy it by the box, unfortunately. And now that it's extremely expensive, we're finding more and more incentive to not buy this stuff. So they aren't selling singles on Yahoo Japan, but they do happen to mention, here's the listing. We'll take a look at that in a second. But they do mention in here that because it is also sold at our store's separate mall, the shipping date may be delayed depending on the stock status. Thank you for your understanding. So if they're selling the singles IRL, if they're selling them in their actual shop, if their actual shop exists, don't worry, we're going to find that. We will absolutely find that out. That's maybe where they're unloading the expensive cards that they pulled out of your boxes. So great on them. Good job, guys. I hope it was worth it. I hope you made a lot of money, because it's coming to bite you in the buns. All right. So the included, not to mention the included singles. So you don't sell singles online. You don't seemingly open product and sell the singles. But then they include this little packet of bulk. Can you guys guess where this bulk came from? Yeah, it came from the packs that they stole the hits out of. Very nice. Very, very nice of them. So, I don't know what to tell you. This part, I mean, in hindsight, definitely more red flags than you can imagine. And what seemed like something honest. Not to mention the fact that here, so in the item description, for anyone that doesn't know, I guess we got to bring up the screen here, like this. In the description here, we got 1 pack equals 5 cards, 1 box equals 30 packs. Promo cards are not included, so they don't include promo cards, but they went out of their way to send us jumbos that they broke down and sold the packs from. Brand new, unopened with shrink wrap. So it wasn't brand new. It wasn't unopened. It was opened and re-shrink wrapped, as we'll see in a minute here. It will be sold at a premium price. Beautiful. Cancellation cannot be accepted after an order has been placed. Because it is also sold at our store's separate mall, the shipping date may be delayed depending on the stock status. Thank you for your understanding. So I was fine with that. I don't care if you send me the little blue packets with the promos in it. I just wanted to get a couple boxes, and make a video out of it. I don't advise anyone buy this stuff at this price, regardless. The like double MSRP is a little bit ridiculous, and you just gotta wait for this stuff to cool off, unless you don't care about the money. In which case, by all means, do you do you. If you enjoy it, if it's worth the money to you, but just don't expect a great return on it. Here we have the business details, which is nicely provided on there. I am in the process of checking into these to make sure they're legitimate. The thing is, if you're shipping stuff to people, if you're selling stuff online, in person, all your information is there somewhere for the taking. We can translate this bad boy. We can see here that they say, thank you for visiting our store. We will do our best to ship the item quickly and carefully. Below is a supplement for your purchase. In consideration of the environment, we may use recycled cardboard. So it's funny that you're going to claim that you're doing something for the environment when you're removing shrink wrap and adding more shrink wrap and scamming people. Very, very environmentally conscious of you. If you purchase multiple items in one order, they will be shipped together. It's probably pretty safe to assume. But we have here the information, the address information. Got to look into that and find out if it is legitimate. Once I do, and take a look at that, we'll be handing that over. Apparently, I can reach out and get that information, confirm the business details, and we'll get that all sorted. Don't worry, we got this all. The ball is rolling, guys. Okay, so I guess from the outside of the box, we pretty much have to be looking at the wrap itself. We have a crunchier wrap, which is kind of hard to tell on the fake boxes. But you know, when it's on the box itself, when you do a side-by-side, if you have them off of the box itself, it's pretty easy to tell. But even the feel, have a real box nearby, so you can do a little feel test. Again, if it's a little bubbly or whatever, it probably doesn't matter. There's differences in that, but this has the all-around wrong wrap. Not to mention the fact that, as we'll take a look at here with our handy-dandy jeweler's loop that you should have picked up because you've already watched a lot of Rattle Pokemon videos, and I suggested that you do so. We can see here, you can kind of see on camera that we got little holes. We got little holes in the real wrap. So if we can find them, there we go. We got little holes. Easier to tell in person. You can see them with the naked eye, but on camera, a little bit more difficult to do so. Those are going to be on the packaging so that it doesn't pop, to let the air out of it. But we'll also do, for the sake of the video here, we did it on the stream, but you can already kind of hear the crunchy. This is the real wrap. This is the fake wrap. So it's very, very crunchy, super crunchy to the max. And even like it's hard to describe the rub test, but if you rub these two next to each other, like the soft one, you can tell it's soft without actually like removing it from a box or whatever. This one is more slick. So maybe on the box itself, when it's still wrapped, you could move it around a little bit. It was pretty tightly wrapped, so keep that in mind. But from that, we already know something fishy's going on. We're already fishing. All right, so after the stream, I had a chance to take a look at the box itself, and we had these new tamper-proof pull strips that they put on these bad boys. Pretty interesting little technique for them to prevent people from tampering, but as I showed, that doesn't really work. So as I showed in the live stream, there have been instances of dishonest sellers who pull the sides out of these new boxes to weigh and remove the packs with the chase cards in there. They did exactly that. This is what we have going on. So you can pull it out from the side. It is glued in these two locations here, which is interesting. And that's where we're going to see some more tampering going on. So when they're putting this back together, they did a little glue. We got a handy dandy. I think this was like $6 or something. We got the cum light. We got the cum light. Some might refer to it as a Blacklight. I like to call it a cum light. So we can detect if they came on the box or if they did anything fishy. So the right side of the box was me pulling it apart. I've also pulled apart both boxes in order to do a little investigation here. You can see here, get it to show up on camera. We have where the glue is. we get it's like extra bright. It doesn't show up all that great on camera compared to real life, but you can see here we have these oval pieces of glue. That's factory. So now, if we flip the box over, they happen to be resealing from the left side. So we take a look at that. We'll take a look here. See all that extra crap on there? You can feel it with your finger if you run it over it. They added super glue, so you can smell it. You can feel it. There's a good one. There's a good one. Look at that splatter. Look at that. Look at that money shot right there. We have they resealed the box on the left hand side on both of them. So clearly intentional. We have the wrap that was replaced. We have the box that was replaced. There's just all the evidence in the world here. You can feel, you can smell, you can. I wouldn't recommend tasting it, but yeah, Blacklight shows that pretty good on camera. It's a little bit hard to show without it, but maybe we can get a little bit of the gloss. There's like a gloss there. Yes, it can rip. The oval can like rip a slot, but here they re-glued that for sure. It's plain as day. Okay, so didn't find any signs of resealing the packs themselves, which they don't really have to at this point. As I said, these packs are extremely weighable, where there's only a few cards in them. There's no code card to offset that weight whatsoever. I picked them all out of the garbage. All the wrappers, all of the violet packs had 2 different lot numbers on them, which indicated which box they came from. Some of the packs had variants in the lot numbers, and some which didn't have one whatsoever. So the violet boxes had the SRs in them. Wrap was legitimate, and it is almost certainly a machinery error when they are faded or missing altogether. I'm not saying that somebody couldn't wipe the numbers off of them in order to hide this, but when you're getting no SRs and you're finding fishy stuff like this, we had 2 of the Scarlett packs ended up with no lot number on them as well, which I don't think is a big deal, and I don't think where the actual scam happened. What is a big deal is there's 3 packs with numbers that do not match the 2 that correspond to the boxes themselves. So they replaced 3 of my packs, which contained higher rarity cards. One of the boxes was missing the SR, and the other probably had an SR and an SAR in it. So here's the 2 numbers. It's going to be a little bit hard to see. Sometimes they're a little bit hard to read, but they do match up. Also, they seemingly are on different parts here. Probably as it's going through the roller, it gets printed onto a different section here, and sometimes if it misses altogether or if it's not working, then you're going to end up with that. So we had 27 with the lot number 2228031. We had 28 with 8287411. So we got the missing packs. We had a couple. Remember, we had a couple of the packs that they didn't have any number on them whatsoever, which again, probably not a big deal, but it could be. I hope that they find a better method to print that stuff on there to make it so that it's tamper proof and that you can tell that it's the same thing. Be careful with this stuff and what you're using as evidence. But the fact that we just straight up have 2 boxes with no hits, and then we have a third number here, 2227661, for 3 packs indicates to me that we got scammed for 3 hits. They pulled 3 hits out of there, and these were the packs that correspond. So, congratulations, you've pissed my ass, and I'm coming for you. I'm absolutely coming for you. We're getting law enforcement involved. And we're going to see if we can get some sort of retribution for the people that were scammed from this previously. Again, it doesn't impact me all that much, but it does give me a reason to absolutely come down, crash down on you, and make sure you're not doing this ever again. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Look out for each other out there, and there's going to be an update. I'll keep you in the loop. But yeah, we're going to gather information, and we're going to file some reports here. Hopefully these people learn. Hopefully, man, like if Japanese wasn't ruined for people with the current price tag, with the current hype behind it that everyone's jumping in on it, then it almost certainly is now. Who knows how many people were actually ripped off? I really didn't think it was that common, but apparently it is. Apparently it is, and now we're looking into it. So hopefully this was informative. Guys, be very careful. Again, join the Discord, and I'm creating the channel right as I finish recording this, and we'll create a list of suggested sellers, maybe both categories of Amazon Japan and Yahoo Japan. But yeah, thanks. See you next time.